Welcome to part 14 of my starting out in Grand Theft Auto series. And really, we can't call this starting out anymore. We're there, we've done it all. If you followed all the way through, you've seen everything the game has to offer in terms of things you can purchase. The final DLC that came out in July of this year was the Diamond Casino and Resort. Following much anticipation, they finally added a casino to the game, and this is it. Now, you can buy property here, and I'll talk about that in a minute. If you don't have any property, you can still go in the casino. So you can drive over here. It's in the kind of northeast corner of town. And I recommend you do this every day, once a day, and that's once of your real day, not once a game day. You can come over to this wheel and have a spin. I've already done my spin within the last 24 hours, so I won't get to do a spin. They'll tell me here I can only spin once a day. But you can spin this wheel, and by the way, it always starts at the same location with that vehicle 2 notches to the left of the flag. So there's no advantage in when you do this. It's always going to start in the same place. You come up here, you go through a couple of buttons, and you spin the wheel. And you could win a free car. And in fact, with this character, I have won 3 times the car. Not the same car every time. The last one is the current one, which I won yesterday. It ought to be on that stand, but it's not there, because I already won it. I wonder what would happen if I spun the wheel and got the vehicle again. Probably wouldn't happen. There are other things you can win, just RP, reputation points I think they stand for. Discounts on clothing or vehicles. Sometimes you can win free clothing, just get straight cash or chips. But whatever you get, it's free as long as you're allowed to do this in your part of the world. Now, a number of countries have a ban on online gambling, and they will not allow you to even spin the wheel for no cost, where you can't lose, you can only win. That doesn't seem to me like gambling, and it should have been exempted from the online gambling rules. However, maybe because you can win chips, I don't know, maybe they consider the chips would be gambling even if you can't gamble with them. If you get chips, you can just turn them into cash, by the way, anytime you want to. You come over here to the cashier, and you can trade in your chips up to the maximum, which right now I've got about 80,000. And with this character, I haven't bought any chips. This is just chips I've gained through the wheel spins or doing little jobs where you can get chips. So you can trade in your chips. Also, every day you can come here and get 1,000 chips for free. So that's 1,000 cash for free. There are various games available. There's horse racing, roulette, cards. You can join in all these, and slot machines. And if you enjoy online gambling, you can do it. Now, you're never going to get anything other than in-game rewards. So if you spend real money to buy chips, you're not going to get that real money back again, ever. So I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it if you want to. The horse racing in here is considered a bit of a no-lose situation. If you bet on the favourite horse, and consistently bet on the favourite horse, in the long run, you will come out ahead. I've tried it, you can do it, it works. If there are 2 favourites, 2 with equal odds, then don't bet. Just back out and wait to give it another go. And if the favourite is evens, I wouldn't bother because it's not a big enough reward to be worth going for. But if it's 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, that's the usual odds on the favourite. You can do a bet and you will come out ahead. Unless they fixed it since I tried this, you'll come out ahead every time. But you will be just sitting there punching buttons. If you're watching a movie or something and you're not really playing the game, you can do that. You can make yourself some chips which you can trade in for money. If you prefer to be active in the game, actually doing missions and doing stuff, then this isn't for you.
Don't be reckless.
But the horse racing is pretty much a win-win situation as long as you've got enough money to start with. I'd say have about 100,000 to start with. You're betting 10,000 every time, I think is the maximum you can bet. and you will come out ahead in the long run. Maybe I'll have a go at that in a minute.
Make some room.
I don't really get on with the poker. It's only 3-card poker, I think. I'm not very interested in that. Blackjack's okay. Probably if you're reasonably wise about your betting there, you might come out ahead. But as you know, with these casinos, they don't fund themselves by allowing people to win in the long run. Any casino, whether it's a pretend casino or a real casino, the idea is the house has an edge. They're always going to come out ahead in the long run. So any kind of betting here is purely for the fun of it, not because you think you're going to make money out of it in the long run. Now the casino also has a little store here, and you can only buy things with casino chips. As a girl, I'm getting options of dresses here. That's quite a pretty one. Generally, I don't like all the overly patterned ones, so I don't bother. Not a hugely big fan on those things. You can have various sweaters and so forth. If you've got the chips to pay for it, that's kind of a nice addition to your potential wardrobe. And again, you can spend a lot of money on clothes in this game, but you're only going to wear one outfit at a time. And you've probably noticed I've very rarely changed from my current white top and jogging shorts. You can buy masks. I accidentally bought a mask here. I didn't mean to, I just hit the wrong button. I'm not a big mask wearer, so I don't really bother with those. I think masks are kind of threatening and unfriendly. You can buy accessories like watches and earrings if you're a girl. Cuffs. I've never seen any cuffs as an accessory. I don't know why they have that in there. Maybe there'll be one day. Also glasses, but as you see, they're dreadful looking. I wouldn't want to wear any of those in the game. Watches. Well, you can put a watch on your wrist, but you're not going to really see it, are you? I already own that one, and I think around 15,000 chips. I think the most expensive watch is around 50,000 chips. I might as well add that to my existing jogging outfit. But it's just something on your wrist. It's not like you're going to look at the time on your watch anymore. And earrings, I own some black chip earrings. Let's get the yellow ones.
Okay.
And again, I'll add that to my existing outfit. And now every time I put on this particular outfit, it's going to have earrings and the watch as part of the outfit, because why would I go jogging without earrings on? So there's a shop, there's gambling, there's this lucky wheel, and definitely do the lucky wheel every day. If you can remember what time you did it, get back there and do it again, because if nothing else, you might get a free car out of it. You can also buy a penthouse, and you do this on your cell phone like anywhere else. If you buy the penthouse, you get access, and there are various upgrades on the penthouse, and of course I just went for everything immediately. You get access to the roof terrace, you have a bedroom, you have a spare bedroom for your friend, although they can't actually sleep there, it's just for looks. You can add an office. This is the spare bedroom in here. They have a shower, they have a wardrobe. You can use your own wardrobes in here as well. The living wing is this wing on the north side of the building. And I do come in here and use this, so I think this was a good addition to the game. I sit here and watch TV, and then I go and get an airplane, or rather a helicopter, and fly to my destination. So this has been a useful addition for me. There's the bedroom, so you can spawn here. And then if you pay for all these things, you can have an office. The office is utterly useless because it gives you a laptop computer that does the same thing as your cell phone. I was hoping that this office would be something where you could run all your businesses, order your supplies, check your level of stocks. But no, it's just a computer. It's just the internet, just exactly like your cell phone. You see there, it's got the iFind picture on it. And if I bring up my cell phone, it'll have the iFind picture on it. So it's exactly the same thing. Same thing. Absolutely useless waste of time. They did add a safe. Which is utterly useless because you can't put things in it and you can't take things out of it. You can open it, admire your money, and close it again. And they did add a weapon safe, which is slightly more useful. This is within the office space. If you don't already have one somewhere else, you can adjust your weapon loadout. But by this point, you've probably got one somewhere else. So you don't really need this. So when you're customizing your office, I would suggest ignoring the office. Sorry, when you're customizing your penthouse, ignore the office area unless you've got tons of money, because it's a complete waste of time. You can also have, I think this is called the media room. It's a little home cinema. You can sit here and go AFK just like you can in your bedroom or your living room. Unfortunately, if you do, the TV, because it's bigger but has the same picture on it, actually just looks a lot worse. So, yeah, it's kind of all blotchy and pixelated. Really terrible. So I don't see the point of having this room either. I just added it because I had lots of money. So that's the media room, or they might call it the home cinema room. There is a public lounge area, or a more public lounge area, where you can play video games. I've never felt like playing a video game inside a video game, so I haven't bothered. You can have a drink and eventually get drunk and pass out should you wish to. I haven't really explored that option. More video games here. You can add a salon. I have used this because you can change your hairstyle, makeup, things like that if you want to. You can change your eyebrows and so on, but you can do that elsewhere too, so you don't have to be here to do it. There's an inside hot tub, and I've set it so that when I go in fact it may be automatic, when you go into a bikini. But once you're here, I'm trying to sit down, but every time I get to a point where it says press E to sit down, I don't sit down. Oh, press E to sit down. There we go. Looks like you've got to stand right in the middle of the hot tub to sit down. So you've got a hot tub, an indoor hot tub. But once you're here, what can you look at? You can look at the salon guy's feet. And a wall. There's not even a TV here. So why would you sit in this hot tub? And of course, if you sit here too long and don't keep moving the camera around, you'll get kicked out of the game. So, hot tub. Yay. Salon guy. Slightly useful. But of course, you can just go to a hairdresser on the street. And there are fewer options here, by the way, on hair than you get at a street barber. And there it is, and I managed to miss this the first time around, your own private table. And you can set this for blackjack or poker. And if you enjoy those games and you're happy to play, maybe this is useful. I believe I'm paying this person to be here at all times. So it's added to my daily costs. And when I say daily, I mean game daily. So every 48 minutes. This person costs me money, as does the hairdresser, as does the woman at the bar. If I was intelligent, I probably wouldn't have done all those things because they're just costing me money. They're just sucking money out of my bank account, and I very, very rarely use them. However, it's there and you want it. I mean, you can make money really quickly in this game if you try, so not a huge deal. But it'd be kind of nice if I could say, sorry, don't need your services right now. You can have a party here with non-player characters, and maybe I'll do that. These are some awards I've won for doing collections, and they came into the game after the casino. And that was kind of fun. You'll get an email about that if you're playing the game. And you can go here, which is the one thing I really use a lot. Access the phone.
Ah, madam, what can I do for you?
And what I mostly do here is call in
Certainly.
an aircraft,
Which aircraft
call in a
shall
helicopter,
I
I should say, and then fly off to wherever I want to go to. So when I spawn here, I run over to this phone, I spawn in one of my helicopters, and I fly away. I'm going to review all these helicopters, and really, they're all pretty much the same. I would suggest the
Hello?
Volatus is probably the most individually useful, possibly the Swift. The Super Velito is the fastest. You can also call a limousine to deliver
And
you
where
straight
shall I
to
have your
somewhere in
driver
the
drop
game.
you?
Chumash might be useful for my bunker. Pilito Bay might be useful if you have a property up there.
Certainly. What's your destination?
Del Perro is kind of semi-useful because I can then go down to the beach and pick up an aircraft, pick up my own helicopter. Valet service is free if you want to have your own vehicle delivered.
Are you still there?
You can have a free champagne.
If I weren't so busy, I'd bring it myself.
I'm not going to get delivery of champagne. But clearly didn't really do anything. Just gave me some champagne. I can squirt that, but who cares? Okay, quick look at the roof terrace. There are a set of missions that you do, or can do, once you have bought a penthouse, or even part of a penthouse, even if you just get the bedroom. And one of those missions takes you out here. Again, we've got hot tubs here. Can I sit down in the hot tub? Apparently not. Oh, yes I can, yes I can. I can sit in a hot tub on the roof of the casino and stand up again. But if I sat there too long and didn't keep moving, then I would get kicked out of the game. And there's what they call the infinity pool, and I think that's because it dribbles over the edge, so kind of it's supposed to not have an edge to it. And I can swim up and down here, should I wish to. Apparently not very fast. Now this is open to the public. Anybody can land here or get here, so you can get attacked here if you're just hanging out on the roof for whatever reason and someone comes by and drops bombs on you, you can get killed. Oh, interesting, my arms are going through the edge of the pool there. Poor work on the whatever they call it in digital terms from Rockstar there. So there's a roof area, and I guess you can hang out here with your friends should you wish to, but it's not going to make you any money.
Shit, I was freaking out. I brought that girl home from the bar, man.
So that's the casino. Quick overview. I'm kind of glad they added it. It's more useful to me than the arena, in that I do actually use the casino as a starting location, because I can quickly call up a helicopter for a couple of $100 and get somewhere on the map very, very quickly. So that in itself is useful to me. The heists, which you have to go into the casino for, I didn't find terribly exciting or useful. There's a penthouse garage, so I've got some more parking space for I think 10 more cars. The parking garage is general to the open to the public, so I wouldn't use it. And I think you have to pay for the penthouse garage. I don't think it comes free as part of your penthouse purchase. I've got a few different vehicles in here, and I'll show off the more interesting ones at some future date. 1, 2, 3, 10. So it gives you 10 more car parking spaces if you're short of car parking spaces. Inside the casino, you can also go to this desk for services.
A reminder
and call up the same things I could from upstairs: valet, cleaning, a limousine to take me somewhere, or a helicopter, and it'll pop me out in a helicopter outside the roof. So whether you're inside your penthouse or inside the casino, you can access that same feature. And the casino missions you access by going to see AB, which is, I forget her name, Agatha Baker is her name. Or you can, once you've done them once, you can go into jobs, Rockstar created, missions, and here they are labeled casino. I think you have to have played them to see them. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll just pop up by themselves. They occur in a certain order. And it's not the order they're showing here. And some of these are pretty tough, but as you see, all of them require at least 2 players, so you're not going to be doing these by yourself. That in itself to me is a bad feature, and some of them are actually pretty tough. There's a lot of shooting, a lot of ammo getting used. So they're in the game. I played them through once. I got the free car at the end of it all, and I got that for both my characters, and that's not available, I think, anymore now anyway. And okay, I wish they'd done them a slightly different way, but that's not what they did. Now, perhaps the most useful feature for me from the casino has been Agatha Baker, the lady who runs it, is now a contact on my phone. Under Miss Baker, and she offers you three different services once you own a penthouse.
Hey, how can I
help? You can do casino work, but you have to be a CEO or MC or a VIP to do that. You can call in a limousine, or you can call in a car. I haven't really bothered with the car that much, but I discovered just now that I can call in
Sure, no problem.
any car to my location, not one I own. This is just a car she's lending me. And I've got a car. And that was, I think, a little bit quicker than the mechanic does it for you. Now, these cars aren't going to be armoured or anything, they're just cars. But that's a potentially useful feature, that you can call in a car anywhere on the map and drive yourself around and smash it. And it didn't bother me because it wasn't my car. So that's a potentially useful feature. You can also call in a limousine, and that is somebody else driving you in a limousine, a employee of the casino, and he will drive you back to the casino or anywhere else on the map you choose to mark. So that's a useful feature if you just want to have somebody get you back. And one of the fun things to do would be to have a friend and you race your with your limousines across the map. You just tell your driver to go somewhere, see how bad a job they can do of getting you to a location. You just see I talked about the Bogdan problem. There's somebody doing exactly the thing whereby they are probably doing that on a regular basis, just making their money out of running that one mission. I'm now CEO, so I can call in an Agatha Baker mission. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of the Agatha Baker missions. I find them quite fun. They're not the best paying in the game, but they're a variety. There's something you can do in between other things to spice things up and just have a little bit of a change of pace. So that ran longer than I expected. That was my overview of the casino. I like it. I don't use most of the features. I don't use most of the gambling. I like spinning the wheel and getting the chance to win a car every day. And I have won, I think now, 5 cars across 2 characters. I have 2 spins of the wheel every day. Sometimes I forget to spin the wheel. It's not that big of a deal because I could always just buy the car anyway. But it's fun to have a car for free, and you'll get some free money or some free clothing or something else if you don't get the car. So there's always something you get for free once a day. And I like having a penthouse where I can call in a helicopter and quickly fly to all my businesses. It's a Pegasus vehicle. It's just a quick way of getting your Pegasus vehicle, and you can fly and restock all your businesses without having to have too much fuss. So that's my review of the casino. I like it. Not everybody did. It could have been worse. And it gives me a few new things in the game to do.